Today we're going to make one of the most flavorful desserts and the most easy dessert you'll ever make. It's an apple crisp. It's fantastic. Once we get it put together, it takes 45 minutes in the oven. And that's it. It is delicious and so easy. I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to start with 4 apples. I've got a 9-inch pie pan here. I don't know if it'll hold the 4 apples, but we'll try. So I've got that. I've got some white granulated sugar, some brown sugar. I've got some butters, and we'll use a pinch of salt, some cinnamon, and regular flour. All right, so let's get started. If I were to cut those apples right now, I may have to put some lemon juice or lime juice on there to keep them from turning brown. So I'm going to wait. What I like to do is mix my topping, the crusty part, first. And so I'm going to start with 1 cup of flour. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of brown sugar to that and a 1/2 cup or so of regular sugar. And also to that, I'm going to add about 1/2 cup of butter. Now we're going to get all messy. We're going to get our hands in there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to put a little cinnamon in there. This is the part that goes on top. Did I put salt? I don't think so. All right. So just get your hands in there. It's like you're making biscuits. We're looking for a shaggy dough. We're going to mix all this together. Once we get our apples cut, we're going to coat them with some white sugar, brown sugar, and cinnamon. A lot of the same ingredients that go into the topping. But it's going to be so good. And you can either put ice cream on top of this while it's warm, or you can wait till it cools off and put some whipped cream. This dessert has so much sugar in it, you really don't need the ice cream. So putting the just plain whipping cream on top of it that you've whipped is fine. All right, can you see that? See how that's just a crumble? That's what we're looking for, just a little crumble. Having a few little pieces of butter left in there like that is fine. Let's cut our apples. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, cut these into fairly small pieces so that they cook pretty quick. Cleaning crew is right by my feet. He loves apples. And he likes anything. He pretty much likes anything. So the story behind the cleaning crew is, I think he's about 8 or 9 years old. I've had him for, I guess, a little over a year now. And his mom was elderly, and she passed away. So he needed a place to go. So he has been happy. I think he's put on maybe 5 pounds in the past year or so. He helps me a lot in the kitchen. He's a happy boy. So if y'all have a rescue dog, tell us about him. Put a note down in the comments. I don't know if you can leave a picture down there or not, but tell us about your little baby, because this is my, oh gosh, I think I've always just had a rescue. I don't know if I've ever bought one from a breeder. I don't remember ever doing that. I bought one from a breeder one time, but she was a return because her owner developed allergies. So she was a return. But the last 2 little ones over the past 5 or 6 years or so have all been rescues. I think they're the best. I think they appreciate their homes a little more. This thing here is cuddly. I didn't think he would attach to me really, because he'd always lived with a elderly lady, but good grief, this boy. He is always under my feet. I don't know if he just thinks that I drop food all the time or what, but he is always here. So see, by having waiting until the last second to chop these apples, I don't have to put any kind of acid on there, you know, lemon juice, lime juice, whatever. So all I'm going to do now is just coat these with sugar and use as much or as little as you want. I just like to put a good coating on there because we're going to take our good mixers and, okay, that's white sugar. I'm going to do some brown sugar too. Here we go. And then some cinnamon. I want to get that in there. Use as much or as little cinnamon as you want. I only used one stick. I know I tend to use a lot of butter, but I only used one stick. And I'm going to put just a touch of salt in there. And I had an apple left over, so I only used 3 apples instead of 4. And there's the 3 cores. Look, come here. All right, so let's mix this up. Just get those apple pieces coated really well with your sugars. And as this cooks in the oven, those apples will just melt and turn into a caramelly goodness. All right, here's my topping, which was just the flour, brown sugar, and some butter that we mixed together by hand. You can do this by hand like this, or just pour it in there. That is fine. This is a rustic dessert, so if it's a little rustic, it doesn't matter. It'd be even better. Now, what you could add to this if you wanted is add some chopped pecans into the apple mixture. If you like pecans in your apple pie, that'd be just fine. Okay, so into a 375-degree oven for 45 minutes. That should be perfect. All right, so into the oven for 45 minutes. I actually forgot to preheat it, so I turned it on. It's in that little wolf, so it'll heat up pretty fast. All right, let's go over here and check this apple pie. It's been in there for 17 minutes left, so what, 28 minutes it's been in there? Look at that. See how it's starting to bubble right here? That looks so pretty. That'll be so good. Okay, and look down here. Look down there. That's trouble. That's trouble right there. Hey, Bells. Oh, this pie looks so good and it is so hot. How about that? All right, I'm gonna let that cool off because it would burn my face off right now if I tried to taste it, even though I want to really bad. But I'm gonna let it cool off for about 30 minutes. We'll be back. I've got the apple crumb out of the oven and it's looking gorgeous. Let's listen. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Of course I couldn't wait 30 minutes. You knew that. Oh, look how pretty. Oh my goodness. And that, oh, it's just crumbling. It's crumbling. It's an apple crumble and it's actually crumbling. Look at there. Oh, oh my goodness. Now tell me that ain't something gorgeous. Okay, so let's look at this. If you wanted to, you could have, or I could have, trimmed the skin off the apples. See there? But it doesn't bother me. I don't mind the skin on there at all. They get soft. If you don't cook them long enough, they might be a little chewy, but I don't mind it. I think it adds a little touch of flavor. All right. Let me in here. Look at there. That is some kind of good. Well, I got a lot of work to do here, so I guess I better get to it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hitting that subscribe button. This is Steve at Gulf Coast Living, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I'm hanging up now. Bye-bye. Sorry, babe. Nothing for you.